p.m., we collided with an iceberg on the starboard side of the ship. The starboard side is the
Left of the front.
hey,
That side.
things are not looking good. Brand new crew here. Starboard side is the right side of the ship. That's right. Port and left have the same number of letters. You'll never forget that. How did you ever become senior officers aboard Titanic without knowing starboard and port? Now that iceberg is a bluebird. Who knows what a bluebird is? Okay. So what happens is the iceberg calves off from the ice sheet. It comes into the water. It floats down into warmer and warmer water. And what happens is it starts to melt. Its center of gravity shifts and it turtles in the water, which is
Not good.
may or may not be not good. It means that it actually turns upside down similar to a turtle. So what you have instead of those white triangular peaks is you have a dark blue mass of ice. So the crow's nest did its best to warn us, but the collision happened on the starboard side, lasting 20 seconds. And it put an incision in 6 of Titanic's watertight compartments. Now, she can stay afloat with 4 of the smaller watertight compartments in the front of the ship flooded, or 2 of the larger watertight compartments flooded. Yet, I've spoken with the chief architect, Thomas Andrews, and he estimates that you have between an hour and an hour and a half to save the passengers, the crew, and the ship. Now, when we say that watertight compartments, they're not actually watertight. So the walls, the bulkheads, do not go all the way to the ceiling. So as the water rises in one compartment, what's it do?
Cascades.
Okay, things are looking up over here. Good. Okay, good. The water cascades into the next compartment. Now, on board, we have some of the wealthiest people on the planet. J.P. Morgan is rumored to be on board. Benjamin Guggenheim is on board. Okay? The U.S. military advisor to the President of the United States, who is, that's right, President Taft, is also on board. So in first class, you have people who have spent a large amount of money to be on our maiden voyage. In second class, we have people who would normally travel first class. That's how expensive the tickets are. People like CFOs from large, from FEI Canada, exactly. In third class, you have people who sold everything, and they're moving over to America to start anew. Some of them don't speak English. Most of the passengers will be in bed sleeping. Most of the crew, frankly, are in bed sleeping. If they've heard anything, they'll think we've dropped a propeller blade, which is quite common right now. And the crew who are up are the dog watch. So that means at the end of your shift, you're doggone tired because you're up all night. So on board, you have over 2,200 lives. That's a lot of people to be responsible for. And you want to keep them out of the water. The water temperature is below 0. We have 3 to 4 foot swells. If someone ends up in the water, likely they will die. Now I know that many of you haven't worked this closely together before. We have a brand new crew. You've all been assembled from across the line. But we're asking for you tonight to do something that's never been done before. We're asking you to save the passengers, the crew, and the ship. We're asking you to rise to this situation and give us the best of what you can do. You're the finest officers aboard the finest ship ever built. You're the finest officers aboard the finest ship that has been ever built. Everything you need is on your table. As soon as you have your hats and life jackets on and you're fully outfitted, we'll be around with additional information. Good luck.
All right. life jackets and hats, right?
Are these life jackets?
Is it this one?
Hello. I don't have a spot, so I'm gonna go with you. Yeah, join us. Yeah. That's weird.
Oh, we might not. Like that.
Oh, well, there's an extra one for that.
That's the
Thank you. It's kind of weird.
Alright.
We got a calculator. Cool. We need
I don't think
that.
that existed back then.
We got a bunch of like maps or maybe of the ship. We've got some key card thingamabobs here. We have an operation manual and a bag. What is that? Action log.
Action log. Action was.
We're all sitting down. We're the calm ones. We're all sitting down. We're the towns.
But we're saving our energy.
I don't know why there's 4. There's no one going across.
I just tied mine across. Oh, okay.
I think I got a defective life
To this table here. All right. Okay.
Leslie, just
The
say-
troublemakers.
You're a hero, no matter what everyone says. You're a hero to me.
Okay. Now what?
There you go.
I think I do that. Bigger one.
Okay. Let's start taking a look at what we have here.
We have action logs
And
to document our situation. These look like schematics of the various decks, I
So are
imagine.
they all the same or are they different?
Group deck.
once we're in this room right there, you're going to use all your time is running down. So remember, you are on a ship that is sinking. So the time is relevant. Hats on, gentlemen.
Oh, those look
Stick
like
them also.
So we have one officer on this team
Carry on.
fully dressed. Other than that, you're good. So you have everything you need in this bag in front of you. Look at the blueprint, work together, come up with ideas to save the passengers, the crew, and the ship. That's your task. It's no easy task, but everything you need is in this bag in front of you. If you have ideas, call me over. I will help you. I'll give you action outcomes. If you have ideas though that are not clear and are not actionable, I will tell you that ideas are good, but actions are better. So make sure that there's specific actions, and then I will report output for your actions.
Shall we take a moment?
That's fine. I may not be right over because I am working with different
Read
routes.
the information on the cards. We're all
First off,
pads of paper. Check. Aye.
Sorry, I don't have.
this is actions are different from ideas. Ideas are great. Actions are better.
Well, in that system, which is what related to lowering the life boat.
I'll just look at once your actions
People.
written down, let me know.
So they
I will
said
give you the
people.
outcome to your action.
Sorry, Pat.
Clear? Number one thing you need to do.
Passengers, crew, and the boat.
Now you're saying boat last.
A lot of additional information. What resources also.
Well, if our task is to save the boat, we don't expect it to sink.
We know differently, just saying.
Well,
So these are maps of.
these are the decks.
Outside of that.
Please don't write it in anything.
Yeah.
So that's the outside schematics.
Oh, there's something there as well. Oh, this is our
Action logs.
action log.
There is one hole on the start.
Delta Saloon.
Got it.
It was. Do we have 2 maps?
And then, so,
Or smaller.
was there anything he said that was noteworthy? We have pads of papers, but no pens.
Pen would be helpful.
This is the bow.
Where to get pens? And someone who can find pens.
Yes, they're cooperating boilers.
What do you have that?
Just explain the basics. Where's the action? That's when you get the submit.
Did we actually write on it?
So shall we inform ourselves of the information we have? Also, I've got a short one. Okay, so well in the davit system. The davits designed for the Titanic were the first ever. These frames hold the lifeboats designed for the Titanic because the designer thought for more lifeboats and needed a way to launch several lifeboats on the same davit. These davits rotate to allow up to 4
They're spread
lifeboats to
throughout
be
the ship.
hooked
You'll notice
on
that
and
in some
lowered.
places the numbers are
Maximum
small,
4
and then
lifeboats.
Do we know how many people go in each?
your role first.
Do we know the capacity of the lifeboats?
It does not say on here. 47.
Just a reminder, Port Belfast, this is your action tracker, so you can write your actions on here, and then one at a time. I want to trust your outcome
To
that you
make
have
this
in
as
set.
soon as you have an action.
Okay.
Obviously, time is ticking, and
It just tells me the davit system that the life raft is lifeboats. So it doesn't tell me about the lifeboats. It's the system that launches the lifeboats.
Maybe we should write down